When most of us were younger, we really couldn't wait to become adults. But as the realities of adulthood begin to dawn on us, it's almost tempting to want to revoke the adulthood card. I am Bisola Aiyeola, and today on Real Talk, I'll be speaking with some friends about the idea of adulting in this new age. Let's do this. Welcome, guys. Hi, Annie. Beautiful Annie. Hello, Ceeclassic. The man that is always making all the money around Lagos. The Pamilerin. Why you already laughing? Okay, guys, so today we're talking about the idea of adulting in this new age. Would you consider yourself a youth?
No, I think I'm...
Really?
No.
You have passed it?
I've passed it.
You have passed
know what
it?
I've said?
Is it by what you have seen,
Yeah.
Ceeclassic?
Yeah.
So you are not a youth.
Past youthful...
We can classify it as grandpa,
Yeah.
something like that. Annie, are you still within? Are you still within the youthful bracket?
Yes,
I am.
You're still.
should be.
Pamela, how old are you?
27. I'm not even an adult yet.
Wow.
What are you? what are you? Adolescent.
As you are not yet an adult, but you have been living like one.
Yes.
We can say that.
Yes.
Because this is not a onesie you are wearing. This is costly.
Yes.
And knowing who you are, you did not steal to get this.
Yeah, true.
Adulting, is it what you expected that you are saying? Is it a case of what I ordered versus what I got?
So, I think you guys deceived us. You deceived my generation, So growing up, we always look up to you like, oh, Auntie Bisola, bro, Auntie Anee. Oh my God, she's grown, she goes out, and so we want that freedom. Yani. It is suffering because I can't even ask my parents for money anymore. At that point, I'm like, no, I want to be independent or more. That thing is not easy.
Sorry, who is your auntie?
Auntie Bisola.
C-class is your Gramps, because I could call you Gramps.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, Gramps. How has adulting been for you so far?
Tedious. Tedious. So for people like us who left the south to the west, man, it's no joke. It's been tedious. It's been crazy, right? But we just hang around. I think I found a way around. I found a way around it. I left all of you. And yeah, man. No pressure. I just stay in my house. When I make one error, I go back to the house.
So that you don't spend too much.
Yeah.
Outside is expensive.
Expensive.
Annie, what about you?
It's a scam.
Oh.
Why was I supposed to lie? It's a scam, you guys. Listen, independence is slavery. Moonlighting as freedom is a lie.
I agree with you.
Where's my camera? Don't believe them. Children, don't leave home.
Don't leave. Honestly.
Listen, rent, bills, this shit.
You see these bills? You see bills?
Have you noticed how angry you get? Once you get a message, it's like somebody has...
Any text message like this is voila. Like, what is it this time around?
Hi, Auntie.
So I remember, like me now, growing up, it always felt like, oh, when I grew up, I would just take 7 meat from the pot.
Oh, yeah, for me.
When I grow up, I will go anywhere I want to go. So nobody is going to stop me.
That was the plan. That was the plan.
But now, I find myself. There are 3 meats inside the pot.
Tap a nice one.
What's a one? So, the cost of living alone is like redonkulous. And I'm pretty sure growing up, we had one of these family members, uncles, aunties around us that we loved so much, that seemed to be the one that was doing well. And if you need anything, you go and meet uncle so and so, go and meet auntie so and so. And then all of a sudden, it's like their phone is not working again.
They became really busy and they didn't even care about us anymore.
Can you relate with that now? Do you turn people
I am the
down?
busy uncle, man. I don't take your call. I don't take calls. I put it straight. In fact, I'm sorry a lot of people don't like me, but I put it straight to you. You calling me for money? I don't have money
have it to give you.
Straight up.
I don't have it to give you, and you have to qualify it like that because a lot of people feel entitled to other people's money, and it's a problem. People who seem not to have as much, and this is not a slight on anyone, feel entitled to people that have more, and I don't understand why that is.
How do you deal with your fellow toddlers that feel like, you have Pamilerin, come on? How do you handle that? Like,
it's really crazy, yeah. Sometimes you try so much you want to help, and there are some periods you don't even have it. Even in yourself, you are struggling. And other people like, come on, after you are Pamilerin now. And when you say no, they feel like, oh, you are too stingy. But I gave you money last week.
Do you have younger siblings?
5.
Sorry, bro.
So,
Are you first born?
I'm the firstborn.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Imagine a toddler having 5 other toddlers.
You have fetuses
Sorry, man.
behind you.
Anytime they're coming to my house, I just leave the house for them. Whatever I meet in the house is what I meet.
Oh, that's good. You're a good brother.
You can't give yourself headache.
Nah.
Now, Annie said something about entitlement. There was something I saw a while ago on social about this youth copper who was who turned down. She wanted an increment. She wanted to work from home, even though she was resuming at 10 a.m. She was earning 75,000 naira, but she wanted more. She wanted an increment. And I'm wondering.
You say youth copper.
You are a youth copper. There was a time there were people as youth coppers, they were not earning up to 20,000.
75K.
75K.
Resumption 10.
And it was not enough. And then there were a few other comments that I saw on there, like, yeah, my mental health is kiniko. I have one thing. So are we going to call those, are we going to, like, now we have one toddler here that is already saying stuff like, I leave the house for my siblings. You know, he already knows what it is to be responsible for other people. Would you say that that youth copper is entitled one, has not grown enough to understand or has not felt the realities of being an adult?
That youth is his or her choice. She has every right to say, I want to earn this, I want to earn that.
Yeah.
In my time, when they started paying me 30K, it was big deal, right? Like, big deal. And I was in the office at 7 a.m. I worked on Saturdays. I was grinding. Now she's lucky to be exposed to mental health.
Okay.
7-8 years ago, there was nothing like, we never spoke about our mental health. But today, everybody's aware. It's a good thing.
Yes.
It's a choice she's made. She's got to be careful in an economy as this. May not play, work not day.
My bros change around.
You get, and you will grind. I grind till day. I grind. So if I'm working, you have to work. So she's just lucky.
So now you mentioned something about grinding, but we have a lot of people now at 23, 24. You want to be on Forbes list as one of the world billionaires. You know, you want to own a private jet, but it takes a while, and a lot of them don't really understand that. Do you think that it is an era thing? Do you think that we are too outdated? Are some things supposed to continuously repeat itself?
So I think nothing has changed. When I was their age, I also wanted to own private jet. I made mistakes, big mistakes, right? So what I even like now is the fact that they feel that way. Let them go. Find an office. You see, 20-year-old boy is telling me he's gathering funds. He wants to find an office in Lekki. Find it. Because I found one. When you find the office, pay rent, pay staff, and after 2 years, you fold. You come back, and then reality hits you. You learn. So me, I don't advise them to,
So you prefer first-hand
experience. So when they come to me, I don't tell them, I did this. I say, no, you already know.
Annie, did you always want to become an adult quickly?
No, I wasn't one of those.
Wait.
I am a very introspective person. So as a child, I like to watch and observe and read, and I lived most of the time inside here. As a child, when you say, Mommy, I want to travel, or I want to this, I want to that, and your mom, who usually would not want to say no to you, or your dad says, no, we cannot because I have to do so and so, it introduces reality in little bits to the child to say, okay, it's not always one way. Life is never always one way.
Did you or do you have really supportive parents? Do they still support you now?
Wow.
Wow!
You
No wonder. This
Who is the toddler now? Who is the toddler?
We can't call it toddler.
toddler.
You can't call it toddler again.
wonder.
You're suffering. You can't call
I
it
am not.
toddler
I'm an
again.
adult.
You are grand.
They have changed. But
You are grand.
The roles have changed.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
fantastic. You know, it's good that you have, you know, that support. Not very many people have it. As of now, I'm the grandparent in my own house. I'm the grandma in my own house. But at what point, knowing that you have support from your family even till date, at what point did you realize that you were an adult?
Okay, so I wear glasses. Okay. I used to hate wearing glasses. I'm short-sighted, and my dad would always, Annie, wear your glasses. Annie, wear your glasses. Anyway, he would buy glasses. I would break them. I would say, I've lost it. I would sit down on it, because I thought it wasn't cool. I thought I wanted to be like, you know, no glasses. So my dad told me, one day, Annie, you break glasses, and the next time you see glass, use your money, use and buy it. I thought he was joking, until the day came, and I'll tell you when it came. I was sitting at home. I was pressed the DSTV thing and the banner that comes on. When I couldn't read the words, I could only see the blue and yellow. I said, Annie, get up. You are going to go and get your glasses by yourself. That day, I said, it has started.
And you bought it yourself?
I bought it. My father didn't blink.
Why is adulting synonymous with suffering?
I should ask you.
No, baby. Sorry, not baby.
Grandpa.
Grandpa too. Yeah, why?
I feel like, I think it's the way we've been programmed here that you must go to stress. You feel like you got everything on the path of good, so you did not suffer. So you have your parents' money and all those things. So if you don't suffer, like proper suffering, nah, you're still, I'm a mommy here now.
I think we relate success with struggle. Meanwhile, you don't have to struggle so much to be successful.
You don't even have to struggle at
Can
all.
I say something? You mentioned grinding, working really hard. And then you mentioned people saying, oh, if you had some kind of support, you're not really working hard. I think that it is a failing of character or a failing of maturity to think that if I nearly died somewhere, someone has to go and nearly die there to get where I am. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think that is a very mild form of gatekeeping, which is a bad thing. Our parents had to do some of the things that our grandparents, because we lived in a different time. The things that were available to us now were not available then. There were so many things that were different. So we have to apply context and nuance to every single situation.
How have you been able to deal or handle mental health in times like this?
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you, it gets really hard, and it gets harder because of social media. Where before, it was you, your father, your mother, your sisters, your immediate unit. So your exposure to other people's experiences was limited to where you were. Now, you can see people in Germany, in France, in Africa, people doing better, people doing worse. And the influx of information is coming at such a high speed.
How do you handle mental health? Especially now, you're a social influencer, you know how this social media works, and so it's showbiz. And sometimes you have to show in order to attract, you know, certain kinds of funds and lifestyle and all of that. But how do you handle your own mental health?
So for me personally, I feel, so I don't lie to myself, and I don't allow people to lie to me. So number one, I've been able to understand the kind of world we are in. It's a make-believe world. It's not all what you're showing that. As regarding this popular, I'd rather cry in a Mercedes than cry in a keke. So everyone does that. So the moment you have that at the back of your mind, this person that I'm looking up to, even this person that I feel like it's my mentor, I probably have more money than you. You get? But it's a make-believe world. So I don't allow all those things to attract me. But nowadays, people just want, Pamilerin is making it, who says I can make it in 2 weeks? If Pamilerin can get this, who said I can't get it? Your generation is different from my generation, but now the generation to come, they are not even ready to wait. They're not ready to learn anything, they just want to make it, and that is all. You get? So maybe because my generation is the large generation that learns this, you get, and we refuse to pass it on to the next generation now.
You refuse to pass it. I kind of agree. Annie, let me ask, what part of adulthood were you not prepared for?
The confusion. Yes, like there's so much that you don't realize that you didn't know. And you have to, there is no way around it. You have to go through it to learn it. Adult friendships, I'll use that as an example. many people think that the friendships you have as a child, they're just going to be the same as an adult. It's not the same thing. You have to almost relearn how to be a friend to the person the way they need to be, and for, you know, vice versa.
What were you not prepared for?
The billings. So I thought I was just going to grow up, make money, take myself out, spend the money on myself alone. I had no idea I was going to be spending money on tabalions. It's a lot.
Did you say tabalions?
It's tabalions. It's a lot. You know, the bills from your house rent, you want to stay in a good place, you want to enjoy life, you pay more for less. Food, it's a lot.
Everything, yeah.
No, sometimes I miss my mom's food. I'm like, will you send me stew this weekend? She's like, oh, nice. I'm like, nice one, Sapa.
What about you, Ceeclassic?
So I thought I was ready. I really wanted to be an adult until I failed in business. Yeah, I didn't know what it felt like to lose money. You know, our parents would just come and say, oh, things didn't go well. I didn't know what it felt like until I invested in a business and it flopped. I cried. Yeah, as an adult, why at SIB. I sat down in the office like this, sat down and took my time to cry.
Do you think that being an adult also has, you know, factors that plays a part in you deciding when to have kids? Is it you thinking, I'm not ready to add this responsibility to my head? You cannot even shake off your 5 children that are already
At the time, yes.
Have you got siblings?
Yes, older siblings, but not, you know, they are
Anee,
doing.
have you got siblings?
Yes.
Younger?
I'm the radar child. I'm right in the middle.
In the middle.
Oh, you go here and
nice,
here. Oh, okay.
Nice. So, do you think this affects, you know, your wanting to start a family and raise children?
No.
Being an adult?
I'm thankful for the type of mother I have. She's never told me or asked me, what's up, where's the babe? She's never done that. And she should keep living like that. Yeah, so I hear these things, I see these things, and the pressure's too much. Adulting or adulthood or whatever you call it doesn't pressure me into having children. I know what school fees is. See, I know. My guys, they have kids. I buy diapers. Like, you know, now when they have it, I bought it one time, and the next time I went, it was like 4, 5, or with 6 kids. Just, I was like, oh, in a few months. It's not how it goes. And then one time I wanted to do more, so we had to buy this milk for 17K for picking whenever they talk, right? So I see these things. I know how much they cost. I'll go into it only when I am ready. When I can tell you there's an account there for that baby. If I don't have an account there breathing good money for the child is not coming.
But let me quickly ask now. There are some times where we plan, or we project, and it almost feels as though the time is never coming because there's never enough. Are you one of those people that just feels like, you know, let's just go with the flow now? We'll be pushing it as it goes, or you must
I don't go with the flow.
You don't go with the flow?
See, I've suffered before. I come from a very poor background. Nothing happened, I don't go back there. You hear me?
What about you, Anee?
I agree. 1 billion. In fact, see, you know what? Because people think, oh, because you're a woman, I would think differently. I don't think differently at all. Because the kind of heart I have, if I bring a child here and that child suffers, I would rather be dead. Yeah. I would rather. So no, my sisters have children, I see how expensive children are, and they cost a lot, not just from your pocket. Children cost a lot. Sacrifices are going to be made. Sleepless nights. There are things that you have to teach yourself, even when you don't want to learn it, because of the benefit of that child. If my head is not there, I'm not going to bring someone to suffer. What did they do to me? So I'm not under any pressure. My father knows better than to even, he has some already. He's okay. He has some. My sisters, wherever you are, go, thanks for getting married. Because at least they can leave us alone.
Now she's a middle child. She's congratulating her sisters. My sisters, thank you so much for getting married. And they got the kids and all of that. Pam. You are the first. You are the one that is leading the way, opening the tunnel for the tabalion behind you. So, what do you think?
So I'm happy with the conversation we're having. Yeah, that we don't want to make the mistakes our parents made. Yeah, I don't know why my dad or my mom gave birth to 6 children. So when I told my dad, I have a girl, like, oh, take your time.
Nice.
Like, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
You know.
So our parents are beginning to learn. They know that we are being intentional. And if you are not intentional about these things, you just bring problem and kids come and suffer.
Now, a lot of people, our generation after us, Gen Z, you know, some people feel like they have their lives figured out. You know, they've got everything planned. Some people don't. Would you say that you've got your life on track, figured out?
I think
you have it figured out?
I got it figured out because I pushed out the pressure. So honestly, if you don't have pressure, you find your life, you find the path, you find the path. You know how you want things to go. And when they don't go as planned, it's not really a big. See, right now in my life, if I wake up today and it doesn't go as planned, let's use business. You know, so you win clients and you lose some. When I lose a client, I'm like, oh, I knew I was going to lose you anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so no pressure. I know they try one show now without buy moto. You know, so I feel like you will enjoy adulthood better if you are not pressured.
Another thing I would say is how many people are like us. We are lucky, I would say lucky, yeah, to be here right now. In whatever place we find ourselves, we are lucky. But look at our friends, the people we grew up with. Where are they? You get? So if we say yes, because we have to connect your circle, if we have been intentional about the circle of friends we keep, we have been intentional about where we go to, we have been intentional about who we meet. So we know all those things, we know how all these things, how they work, we know who to call if we are in need of help. If they stop me tomorrow, I know who to call. You have all the connect, we are lucky. But how many people can say the same thing?
Well, not our fault. Is it our fault that the guy doesn't want? See, listen to me, bro. I go vex here. Listen, bro.
You think you are working so hard, people are doing times 2 of what you're doing.
Pamilerin.
You get? So I'll see, look, I'm being honest.
There's luck, there's grace, but boys should wake up. See, I just told you that I came from a poor background.
I'm from a poor background too.
So we understand. So if the other guy from a poor background doesn't want to make it, it's his business.
No, I will not agree.
It's his business.
I will not agree. See,
I mean, it's only Annie, and she's the only one drinking water. That's why.
Yeah, that's how they do. That's how they do. I know. I talk about this luck and grace thing every day, but sometimes, man, some other boys are beginning to feel so entitled.
True.
Listen, I came from a poor place where you are coming from. I know there was luck and grace. Yes, there's also luck and grace on your side.
And do you think your life is figured out? Do you have it figured out?
No. So it's not a despondent no. It's a very hopeful, looking forward to it no. I think that I'm grateful and blessed to have the life that I have had. I don't know what's going to come in the future, but I have made my plans. The reason I said I don't have it figured out is because I've seen the best laid plans for crumble to crap. And it's not because the person was a bad person. It's just because sometimes life happens to you. And when it happens to you in a bad way. So in order for me not to tempt faith so much, I will not say, oh, you know how you say, NEPA has brought back light and they'll take it. You say, no, don't say it. I've not figured it out. I don't know what I'm doing.
To be honest, I haven't figured it out. A lot of people think that I have it figured out. But I find that every day there's something new that makes me think and realize like, yo, dude, you thought that you got this thing on lock, but you actually don't. Is that not somewhat, I don't know. You know, it's a level of privilege. Will you call that adulting if you are still receiving some ape from your parents? Annie, you need to answer that.
Before, let me tell you, the advice I give to young, old, right now, if you can stay with your parents, stay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, actually want to talk about that as well.
Take this so much of stuff.
Have you seen rent money?
Okay. Do you understand? See, my plan in life is to build a big house to accommodate my kids until they decide. And any day they want to leave, I ask them.
Are you ready?
So you don't believe in moving out of a parent's house?
Go where?
Not anymore.
I did not know if I knew.
See, I believe in moving out for a time. Let me tell you why. Okay. Go out. Go and see that I was a very good mother to you. All that Barazana you are doing to me at home. You guys.
Go and see.
When we were young, when we were on holidays, there was a time before traveling or anything like that, you go and do holiday job. My dad's an architect. We would go to some of his sites and carry one block.
So you don't bricklayer work.
I've done it. He will make sure. And we have
Sorry to cut you. What a beautiful bricklayer you are. I will, if I was the owner of the building,
They will keep building.
slowly there, no rush. One brick at a time. Yes. Okay, really interesting conversations that we've been having, and we're just going to wrap up real quick. How do we become better with money as regards investments, as regards savings, etc. like that? Let me start with you, Ceeclassic.
And it's simple. Young adults, type on YouTube how to manage money, how to save on YouTube or Google. See, we don't read. It's simple. I learned money management on YouTube. So I just sit down. If you come to my house, I watch TV if I'm home all the time. But I am learning. So type it on YouTube, how to manage money, how to use money, how to invest. Just type it and you'll see maybe 1.1 million resources for you to utilize. So young people spend more time with the internet studying, trying to be better.
As opposed to IG and Twitter.
And trying to like and comment and throw people. Yeah,
What about you?
So I'll go, there's this phrase that says, it's in Yoruba, but whatever tomorrow will take care of itself.
Yeah.
I say our parents taught us nonsense.
Yes.
Because tomorrow won't. It is whatever you have today that will take care of tomorrow. So the earlier we know that, the better. So save now, suffer now. No, not suffer. Starve yourself a little bit. Invest now. Learn it. We're not using the internet, right? You don't even have to pay any motivational speaker to learn. That's what I tell people. You see all those masterclass, everything they're going to teach there, it's on the internet. It's
they
free.
even learned it free from
Yes.
You get so learn, take your time. 30 minutes every day won't kill you. Just take time off internet, social media, take time off Instagram. Don't like for 30 minutes, you'll meet it there. But learn, it is whatever you put in your brain that you are going to implement.
Apply,
You get apply in the right word.
No, but implement. There are same synonyms here.
Apply sounds not for
So, Anee, you are the last person that's going to talk about this. Yeah? How? What is your advice on managing funds?
Okay, I'm going to answer with a little analogy. How many times have you, when you have a meal, right? You put like maybe a full plate of rice. You eat that because you think that's what you need, and you eat it, and you're super, super, super full, and you feel lethargic, and you've got the itis afterwards, you have to sleep and all of that. Then there are days when you and your friend and another friend, you people split that same plate of rice just because you guys are just gabbing, gisting, and you find that you're still satisfied with the smaller amount of that same thing that you consumed. A lot of the time, this thing that is meant to preserve us, it tricks us because we don't question what we think we need. Saving now doesn't look like deprivation because the reason we don't want to save is because we think we're being deprived. We think we're missing out. But I ate 5 spoons of rice and I was fine. I don't have to eat 50 today. That's how I answer that question. Whenever I want to overspend, I say, Annie, if the shift you buy the 50,000 naira one and you buy the 10,000 naira one and they do the same thing, you have 40,000 to do it 4 more times.
Okay, but what about times when you just feel like you need to splurge on yourself? You have worked hard.
You do it. The reason that you can is because you didn't eat the 50 rices at once. Because if you keep eating it, you eat your seed, you eat your fruit, you eat everything. There's no tree for you to shade afterwards. You're going to be begging other people's shade.
True. Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. Ceeclassic, Pamilerin, Anee. It has been amazing chatting with you guys about adulting in this new era. I've had so much fun, laughter. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you so much. Guys, I had so much fun today on Real Talk discussing our own ideology. of adulting in this era. I'm sure so many of you have one thing or two things to comment or talk about, to chip in. Please, guys, drop it in the comments section. We would definitely love to hear from you. It will spark up nice conversation, you know. Let's chit-chat back and forth and learn from all of this so that maybe in future we can also teach the generation coming after us. Guys, it's been so much fun. I absolutely loved this episode. My name is Bisola Aiyeola. Until next time, au revoir.